Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." Now imagine this. While the world constantly bombards you with pressure on how to feel, think, and act, what if you held the power to stay grounded, peaceful, and truly happy, no matter what chaos surrounds you? That kind of power isn't just inspiring, it's transformative. Because it's not about controlling the world, it's about mastering something far more vital, your own mind. Stoicism offers more than ancient quotes. It teaches us how to be resilient, grateful, and genuinely content in life. But don't mistake this for a history lesson. This is about you, right here, right now. It's about navigating the madness of the modern world without letting it shake your inner peace. It's about discovering stillness when everything around you is moving too fast. It's about finding happiness not in luxury, but in simplicity. And most importantly, it's about changing the way you start your day, turning those dull, stressful mornings into powerful takeoffs for a day filled with clarity and purpose. So if life's noise has ever left you feeling overwhelmed, if you've ever found it hard to pause and just breathe, or if you're simply curious how ancient Stoic principles can become your modern-day superpower, then stay with me. This could be the moment that shifts your entire perspective. Together, let's break down the Stoic tools you can use, not just to create a better morning routine, but to build a life fueled by intention, strength, and real joy. I urge you, don't just skim through. Commit to this video fully, because if you're still here, you're not like most people. You're someone who seeks more, someone hungry for depth, for wisdom, for truth. That alone already sets you apart. And by the way, this idea we're diving into next, it might sound like a complicated philosophy, but it's actually a stunningly simple practice, rooted in Japanese culture. And it just might change how you live your life. Discover your Ikigai, fueling purpose into every morning. It's about uncovering that perfect intersection where your passions, talents, what the world truly needs, and what you can earn from all come together. This is your personal reason for being. Now picture this. Waking up each day with a clear sense of purpose, something that genuinely excites you. The idea of hitting snooze, it just doesn't stand a chance. Marcus Aurelius didn't just advocate enduring hardship with a brave face. He believed deeply in the idea that each of us has a role to play, a calling. He encouraged us to treat each day as a chance to fulfill that role with integrity, commitment, and heart. And when you think about this through the lens of Ikigai, it becomes even more profound. Because Ikigai isn't just about loving what you do. It's about aligning your joy with your strengths, with the needs of others, and yes, even with how you earn your living. That's where real transformation begins. So where do you start? It begins with reflection. Ask yourself, what brings me alive? What am I truly skilled at? What does the world need that I can offer? What can I be paid to do? Don't worry if the answers aren't crystal clear at first. This isn't a one-time revelation. It's a process, a journey of exploring your experiences, values, and interests until the pieces begin to connect. But here's the truth. This isn't just another feel-good self-help exercise. It's about building the foundation for a life that's truly rich in meaning. When your daily actions are rooted in purpose, even the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Conversations deepen, your presence sharpens, creativity flows effortlessly, and happiness, it becomes your steady companion, not just a lucky moment. So tonight, as you set your alarm for tomorrow morning, ask yourself, what would make me excited to rise with the sun? What would make me want to leap out of bed, not because I have to, but because I get to? Don't expect an instant shift. Real purpose unfolds slowly, with patience and commitment. As Marcus Aurelius would say, it's about showing up day after day, with quiet discipline and unwavering honor. Because finding your Ikigai isn't just about personal happiness. It's about stepping into your place within the larger human story, contributing your unique thread to the great tapestry of life. And remember, to the Stoics, especially Marcus, our actions weren't meant to be random. They believed every step should be intentional, driven by the compass of purpose, not tossed by the winds of chance. Set the stage the night before, crafting tomorrow's success. Today, this principle ties beautifully into one often overlooked truth. A successful morning doesn't start with the sunrise. It begins the night before. Think about it. How you close out your evening directly impacts how you'll show up the next day. Sure, it's tempting to binge that favorite series into the early hours, or to scroll endlessly through social media until your eyes start to burn. But take a moment to ask yourself, what is that really setting you up for? Your brain needs space to decompress, to process everything that's happened, and to recharge for the road ahead. That's where the evening routine becomes a powerful ally. What if you treated your nights with the same care and intentionality that you give to your biggest goals? This isn't about strict rules or killing the vibe of your downtime. It's about building an evening space that nurtures your well-being and sets you up for a powerful next day. Take something simple like reducing screen time an hour before bed. It's not about denying yourself entertainment. It's about signaling to your brain that it's time to slow down, making it easier to fall asleep and to rise, feeling sharp and energized. Even spending a few quiet minutes planning your next day, like writing down your top 3 priorities, can be a game changer. This small act plants purpose in your morning before it even begins. You don't wake up scrambling, you wake up ready. And here's where the Stoic wisdom really steps in. It reminds us to focus on what we can control and release the rest. You might not be able to shape every twist and turn of your day, but you can shape how it begins. That's your power. Don't overlook the calming force of simple breathwork or mindfulness either. These aren't just wellness trends. They're time-tested practices that prepare your body and mind to rest deeply. A few minutes of slow, intentional breathing before bed lowers your stress, calms your nervous system, and sets the stage for true recovery. It's like hitting a reset, not just for your body, but for your emotional and mental clarity too. Now, in today's hyper-connected, always-on culture, all of this might feel like an impossible task, but trust me, it's essential. Picture the stillness of your morning, untouched by buzzing notifications, news headlines, or a flood of messages. It's just you, your breath, and the quiet wisdom of a new beginning. That's not just peaceful, that's empowering. And remember, Marcus Aurelius wasn't someone easily swayed by distractions, not even in ancient Rome. He stood for presence, for intention, for clarity of focus. And those same values can shape how you end your day and how you begin the next. Embrace a distraction-free morning, finding power in stillness. And let's be clear, Marcus Aurelius had plenty of distractions in his day, yet he consistently stressed the value of focusing fully on the present and the task in front of you. He understood something that feels even more urgent in our time. The quality of your attention shapes the quality of your life. So how do we apply that timeless wisdom today? It begins by intentionally crafting a morning that's free from the digital noise. This isn't about rejecting technology altogether, but about not letting it steer your day before you do. That instinct to grab your phone the second you wake up. It may feel harmless, but it instantly throws you into reaction mode, responding to messages, headlines, and notifications before you've even had a chance to center yourself. Instead, what if you gave yourself the gift of a calm, intentional start? Picture this: the first hour of your morning spent in silence or with practices that restore you. Reading, meditating, journaling, stretching, or simply sipping your coffee while watching the morning light spill in. This isn't idleness, it's a powerful investment, building up the inner calm and clarity you'll carry into everything else. Avoiding distractions in the morning isn't just about stress reduction. It's about consciously protecting your energy. It's about removing the unnecessary noise so you can focus on what actually matters. Not by doing more, but by doing less, more intentionally. This is where Stoicism shines brightest. It's a philosophy rooted in the idea that we don't control everything, but we do control how we respond. You can't stop the flood of notifications, the emails, or the external demands waiting for you, but you can choose when to engage and how. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow morning, start your day, not someone else's. Resist the pull to plug into the digital world right away. Instead, anchor yourself. Ground yourself in the moment. Breathe, reflect, set your intention. Every morning is a chance to live more on purpose, to begin with serenity, and to move through the day with calm focus. Let your mornings be a reflection of the person you're becoming. That's what Stoicism is about. Not just enduring life's chaos with grit, but actively choosing how to show up in the world. Marcus, Seneca, Epictetus, they weren't preaching emotional suppression. They were advocating for a deliberate way of living, one rooted in awareness, virtue, and intentional action. Wake up consistently, owning your mornings through discipline. Engaging fully with life means owning both your mindset and your actions. And one of the simplest yet most profound ways to do that, waking up at the same time every day. It's more than just a habit. It's a declaration, a clear signal that you're the one setting the tone for your day. Not external forces, not fleeting moods. Stoicism is built on steady, deliberate progress, brick by brick, action by action. And while waking up consistently might seem like a small piece of the puzzle, it's actually a cornerstone. It creates a firm foundation beneath your day, one that begins with calm intention rather than chaotic rushing. But let's be honest, consistency is tough, and that's the point. In the beginning, sticking to your wake-up time will feel like a battle. The bed will seem warmer than ever. The snooze button? Way too tempting. And that's exactly where the Stoic mindset becomes your secret weapon. This is where perseverance kicks in. It's about reminding yourself of the deeper purpose, about choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. Every morning you rise with discipline. You're not just starting your day, you're stepping into the person you're becoming. Being a morning person isn't really about the morning. It's about building the character traits that shape a powerful life. resilience, presence, self-leadership. It's about mastering yourself, aligning with your principles, and moving through the world with intention. So how do you bring this into your life? Start the night before. Set a clear intention. Remind yourself why this matters. Do you want more time for reflection, a peaceful start, space to move your body or center your mind before the world gets loud? Define it. Then shape your environment to support the habit. Maybe it's as simple as heading to bed 30 minutes earlier, or leaving your curtains slightly open so natural light gently invites you to rise. And when it feels hard, and it will, lean into the Stoic principle of inner strength. You can't always control how you feel in the moment, but you can choose to act in alignment with your values. Each time you wake up on your own terms, you're not just keeping a promise. You're proving to yourself that you have what it takes to live with purpose. One morning at a time, you're building a life of clarity, discipline, and meaning. Take it easy. The strength and self-compassion. In all this focus on discipline, routine, and rising with purpose, there's something we must not forget. We're human. And being human means we come with beautifully complex minds that often seek comfort, not challenge. It's in our nature to gravitate toward the path of least resistance, the quick fix, the instant gratification. And that's exactly why creating new habits, like reshaping your mornings, can feel so difficult at first. But here's the liberating truth: that resistance, that struggle, it's not a flaw. It's simply part of the journey. And this is where Stoicism offers more than just grit and discipline. It offers compassion. Yes, Stoicism is about resilience and fortitude, but it's also about self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often reminded himself to be patient with his own imperfections. He didn't see slips as signs of failure, but as opportunities to reflect, learn, and keep going. Not through self-punishment, but through gentle course correction. And that mindset is crucial, especially in the early stages of building a morning routine or any habit. There will be mornings when the alarm goes off and every cell in your body begs to stay under the covers. And yes, there will be days when you give in. That's okay. What matters is what happens after. Do you tear yourself down with guilt, or do you breathe, forgive, and try again tomorrow? Real strength lies not in perfection, but in consistency and in grace. Self-compassion doesn't mean making excuses. It means staying in the game. It means understanding that transformation is a process, not a performance. Taking it easy isn't about lowering your standards. It's about honoring the rhythm of real growth, the ups, the downs, the slow progress that eventually builds something powerful. Stoic self-compassion is about working with your nature, not against it. It's about gently steering yourself toward your goals, not with judgment, but with understanding. And each new day is a blank slate, a new shot, a quiet chance to rise with purpose, learn from yesterday, and take one more step forward. So as you continue shaping your mornings or pursuing any new path, be kind to yourself. Celebrate the little wins, learn from the stumbles, and above all, show up the next day ready to try again. That's real resilience. That's Stoicism in motion. Small acts of discipline, shaping a life of virtue. This isn't just about becoming a morning person. It's about developing a mindset that's prepared to meet life's challenges with a mix of determination and kindness. Take something as simple as placing your alarm clock across the room. It's not just a trick to make it harder to hit snooze. It's a declaration, a commitment to take control of your day, to rise up even when the warmth of your bed tries to keep you tethered. It's a small but powerful act of defiance against the pull of comfort, a quiet step toward embracing the day with intention. Similarly, making your bed each morning might seem like a trivial task, especially when you're the only one who will see it. But it's so much more than tidying up. It's an exercise in self-respect. It's telling yourself that the space around you matters, that the way you engage with your environment reflects the way you engage with yourself. These seemingly minor victories are, as Marcus Aurelius would likely say, the very foundation of a disciplined life. They are the small, often overlooked choices that, when accumulated, mold our character. Every time you choose to do these small acts, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. You're choosing to be someone who values discipline, order, and respect, not just for others, but for yourself. But why focus on these small acts? Because they're within everyone's reach. We might not have control over major life events, the upheavals, the surprises, the unexpected turns. But we do have control over how we respond to the start of each day. We control how we treat our immediate environment, how we prime ourselves for what lies ahead. This is Stoicism in practice. It's about focusing on what's in our power to control and letting go of what isn't. And these small acts aren't just about building discipline for the sake of discipline. They're about cultivating a mindset that's ready for life's bigger challenges. If you can commit to these small victories, you're training yourself to uphold your values in larger areas of your life. You're strengthening your ability to follow through, to remain calm under pressure, and to approach adversity with a clear mind. All traits that define the Stoic ideal. So as you reflect on discipline in your life, start small. Look for those everyday opportunities to practice control, order, and purpose. Remember, it's in these quiet moments, in the early hours of the day, when you decide to rise and meet the world with intention, that your character is truly forged. Accountability partners, sharing the path to growth. These practices aren't just tasks or obligations. They are rituals that imbue your day with purpose, adding meaning and direction to your life. The concept is both simple and deeply impactful. Sharing your goals with someone who not only supports you, but also holds you accountable, can drastically increase your chances of success. It transforms your journey from a solitary pursuit into a shared adventure, making the path to mastering your morning routine and ultimately achieving your life's purpose less overwhelming and much more enjoyable. Think of your accountability partner as a teammate in your quest for self-improvement. This person is there to remind you of your commitments when the pull of your cozy bed is hard to resist in the early hours. They're there to encourage you when progress feels slow and to celebrate every victory, no matter how small. This relationship is reciprocal. It's about mutual support and encouragement, rooted in the understanding that we all have a common goal: to become the best versions of ourselves. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, often highlighted the importance of community and relationships in building character and virtue. They recognized the power of shared wisdom, the value of learning from each other, and the strength that comes from knowing you're not alone in your struggles. Finding an accountability partner today is a modern echo of this ancient wisdom. While the journey towards self-discipline and purpose is deeply personal, it doesn't have to be done alone. An accountability partner can also help you identify blind spots in your routine or approach, areas you might miss on your own. They can offer fresh insights and perspectives that can spark unexpected growth, helping you to improve in ways you hadn't imagined. This partnership goes beyond simply checking if you woke up on time or stuck to your meditation schedule. It's about having open conversations about what's working, what's not, and how you can both support each other in adjusting when necessary. So how do you find the right accountability partner? Look for someone who shares your commitment to personal growth and self-improvement. It could be a friend, a family member, or even a colleague. The key is choosing someone you trust, someone with whom you can be open about your goals, struggles, and successes. Once you've found the right person, be clear about what you hope to achieve and the kind of support you need. Memento mori, embracing the preciousness of each day. Remember, finding an accountability partner is more than just seeking external motivation. It's about nurturing a relationship that inspires and elevates both of you. It's about creating a shared space where honesty, vulnerability, and mutual support are valued and cultivated. In this space, your morning routines and broader life goals become part of a collective effort to live more intentionally, with discipline, and in a fulfilling way. The Stoic practice of contemplating mortality serves as a powerful reminder to live with purpose and intention. It urges us not to waste time on trivial pursuits, but to focus on creating a meaningful legacy. Every morning when we wake up, we're given a new opportunity to engage with life in a meaningful way, to contribute positively to the world around us, and to seek personal growth and fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the fleeting nature of life in his meditations, urging us to live virtuously and make the most of the time we have. This wasn't meant to be a morbid reminder, but a liberating realization that freed him from small worries, enabling him to focus on his duties as an emperor and as a human being striving for virtue. By keeping death in mind, we are more likely to live with purpose and clarity, prioritizing what truly matters, our relationships, our values, and the impact we leave behind. When we remember that life is finite, our morning routines take on a deeper significance. It's not just another day, it's a gift, one that isn't promised to anyone. This realization can dramatically influence how we spend our time, what we focus on, the relationships we foster, and the legacy we seek to build. Memento mori is a reminder to live fully, love deeply, and leave the world better than we found it. It also helps us maintain perspective when faced with life's inevitable setbacks. When we remember that time is limited, the daily annoyances and obstacles lose much of their grip on us. We become more resilient, focused on our long-term goals, and less likely to be derailed by temporary frustrations. This practice encourages gratitude for the present moment and inspires us to make the most of it. So how can we integrate this Stoic principle into our daily lives? It starts with a moment of reflection. Practice negative visualization, preparing for challenges. Each morning, see the day ahead as a blank canvas, an opportunity to make a positive impact on your life story and those around you. Ask yourself, if this were my last day, would I be proud of how I'm choosing to spend it? This isn't about living in constant fear or existential dread, but about cultivating a deep appreciation for the present moment, for the chance to live, learn, and love. By practicing the Stoic reflection on death, we don't focus on the end itself, but rather on the present, on how we choose to live each day. This approach is a powerful antidote to complacency, serving as a reminder to live with intention, purpose, and gratitude. So let's begin each day with the understanding that it is a gift, an opportunity to shape a life full of meaning, guided by our deepest values. This is the core of Stoic living, making the most of our finite time to create a lasting legacy. We are often encouraged to focus on the positive, to visualize success and happiness in order to attract them. However, the Stoics offer a different, profoundly practical perspective, one that is empowering and grounded in resilience. Negative visualization isn't about pessimism. It's a tool for mental preparation and greater appreciation of the present. This practice involves occasionally imagining the potential challenges or losses we might face in life. These could range from small setbacks, like a missed bus or bad weather, to more significant hardships, such as losing a job or a loved one. The goal isn't to dwell on these scenarios in a way that fosters fear or anxiety. Instead, it's about mentally rehearsing how we would cope with such challenges if they arise. By doing so, we prepare ourselves emotionally and mentally, making us less likely to be thrown off course when life's inevitable ups and downs come our way. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus all emphasize the importance of contemplating the impermanence of everything outside our control. By doing so, we cultivate a deeper sense of peace and resilience. Negative visualization teaches us to focus on what we can control, our responses, attitudes, and actions. Incorporating this practice into your morning routine can help transform your approach to the day. Instead of stepping into the world unprepared for challenges, you become mentally equipped to face them head-on. End with gratitude, reflecting on the day's gifts. Negative visualization isn't just a mental preparation for challenges. It also has a beautiful, paradoxical effect. It enhances our gratitude for the present moment. By imagining life without some of the things we take for granted, we return to reality with a renewed appreciation for what we have. This practice isn't about dwelling in the fear of loss, but rather using the thought of it to deepen our appreciation for the here and now. So how can we practice negative visualization in a healthy, constructive way? Start by taking a few moments each morning to contemplate potential challenges for the day or broader future possibilities. Visualize how you would ideally respond, what strengths you would draw upon, what lessons you could learn, and how you could grow from the experience. Then, let go of the visualization and move forward, carrying with you a sense of preparedness and an enhanced appreciation for your current circumstances. Incorporating gratitude into our daily lives, especially as we end our day, can have a transformative impact on our well-being and outlook. Keeping a gratitude journal is a simple yet profoundly effective way to cultivate this sense of appreciation. Before sleep, take a moment to reflect on your day and jot down a few things you're grateful for. Whether it's a kind gesture from a stranger, the beauty of a sunset, the completion of a challenging task, or simply the comfort of your bed after a long day. Writing down what you're grateful for shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to the abundance already present. This practice aligns perfectly with Stoic teachings, which emphasize focusing on what we have rather than what we don't, and on what's within our control rather than what isn't. This shift in perspective not only sets the stage for peaceful sleep, but also primes your mind to start the next day with purpose and appreciation. Why end a day with gratitude? Because it allows you to close your day on a positive note, regardless of the challenges you may have faced. It's a way of reaffirming the good in your life, of finding peace even in turmoil, and of nurturing a mindset that sees opportunities for growth and joy in every circumstance. This nightly practice creates a ripple effect that influences not only how we sleep, but also how we wake up and approach our mornings. It transforms our first thoughts of the day from groans over the alarm clock to quiet anticipation of what new things we might discover to be grateful for. Moreover, this practice of appreciating our life extends beyond our personal sphere. It enhances our relationships as we become more attuned to the value of those around us and more expressive of our appreciation for their presence. It deepens our connection to the world as we become more observant of and thankful for the beauty and wonder that surround us in the most mundane moments. As we consider the multitude of strategies to enrich our mornings and, by extension, our lives, let's not overlook the power of ending our day with gratitude. It's a practice that embodies the Stoic pursuit of a good life, one marked not by external achievements or material possessions, but by inner peace, contentment, and a deep appreciation for the present moment. As we wrap up this journey through the 10 strategies inspired by Stoicism, it's clear that each step, each practice, is more than just a task. It's a pathway to cultivating a life of intention, resilience, and profound gratitude. Embracing these practices doesn't mean every day will be perfect, but it does mean that every day will be met with a stronger, more grateful, and more resilient you. You have within you the power to transform not just your mornings, but your entire life into a reflection of Stoic ideals, virtue, wisdom, and contentment. Remember, this is just the beginning. There's a whole world of Stoic wisdom waiting to guide you on your path to a more meaningful and fulfilled life. If you found this journey enlightening and are curious to dive deeper into the Stoic way of life, I encourage you to check out our playlist right here on the screen. It's packed with insights, stories, and practical tips to help you embrace the full richness of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content, and please leave your comments and share your experiences. Let's embark on this journey of growth, resilience, and fulfillment together. Here's to mornings filled with purpose, days lived with intention, and a life brimming with gratitude. Thank you for being part of the Stoic Journal community. See you soon.